What's up, guys? You already know who it is. It's the Mad Villain, and today I'm just gonna cut the bullshit, and I'm just gonna tell y'all like it is, bro. Today I want to make this video about I'm gonna be doing like some updates with the channel and shit. I'm gonna start doing some new editing and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to learn that, but that's besides the point. First and foremost, I'm here today to discuss why fighting games need to be better, not easier. Just period. Because the market for fighting games has been oversaturated with casual easy mode games for like the past, the past decade. Ever since like the PS4 era, then so forth, it's just been oversaturated with easy mode games. Like, sure, I can get good at it, I can get spectacular even, but the problem is I can't be discouragingly good, because everybody's gonna be like the same thing. Like, there's gonna be 1,000 other me's out there and shit like that. So I'm gonna jump into that topic after this bump. So after this, I'm gonna really dive in and tell you why fighting games need to be better, not easier. Okay, and we're back. What I mean exactly by saying fighting games need to be better, not easier, is because one, people need to stop blindly just catering to the casuals. Because one, they don't play the fucking game. They don't. In the long run, they are a ghost audience. Just like how comic book makers try to appeal to SJWs and shit. They don't buy your comics, and casuals don't really support your games long term. They don't. Which is why the hardcore audience needs more support now more than ever before. And there's nothing wrong with having dexterity, tough combos, one frame links and shit like that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having that in these games. There's nothing wrong with it. Because you wanna know why? Because in Street Fighter 4, it was always an option. It allowed people to actually have some form of identity. I promise you, if you go into Street Fighter 5, for example, and you see like two Diamond Ryus, if you put a Diamond Ryu against like an Ultimate Grandmaster Ryu, can you really tell the difference? Not really, no. So, which is why I'm really not that excited about Street Fighter 6. And I know people gonna come in my head going like,
"What, you said something negative about Street Fighter 6? You ain't supposed to do that. The game's not even out yet, scrub."
No. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with how I see it, and I'm just gonna be honest with how I'm gonna tell it. I'm not excited at all for Street Fighter 6, because I think it's just gonna fall under the same category that Street Fighter 5 was under for so long. Just the same old. Mess. And that's my honest opinion. However, I will concede, if it's actually got those one frame links, it actually got like intricacy, it actually got dexterity and stuff like that, I will concede. I'll make an apology video saying I'm sorry for doubting Street Fighter 6 if that's the case, but I doubt it. But two, actually I'm still on one. But let me make this very clear. People need to stop blindly supporting games for the sake of blindly supporting it. That's the problem. And that's why fighting games to me has been so stagnant. It's like the same shit. Even when I win and then like do like these highlight videos for like Guilty Gear Strive, Street Fighter 5 and shit like that, it feels like I accomplished nothing. Pretty much. And the only reason why I haven't played the older games is because one, nobody unfortunately plays it because the net codes aren't updated. And Street Fighter 4 is just complete trash online. However, I just want to get back in love with fighting games, but I can't do it if fighting games can't even show enough passion to love themselves, pretty much. And I shouldn't have to wait for updates and shit like that. A great game is going to be a great game when it's released, period. Sure, it might become a better game later on, but there was no excuse for the way it was at the time. And if, let's say this is like the early 2000s and shit, right? Let's say if it's like the early 2000s when you can get an update, you just had to pay for a whole nother game. What's the excuse then? So what my point is, people need to accept the fact that some games just fucking suck. And when you appeal too much to one group or another group, just exclusively, it makes the game flop. I'm not saying there's nothing, and I'm not saying there's like casuals are like the bane of my existence. They're not. It's just that the hardcore audience, like myself, like I want to learn those one frame links. I want to go that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it in these fucking fighting games when they're basically limiting me. I feel so limited because I got to be on somebody's level that's not as experienced as me. And sure, I'm not the perfect player or some shit like that. Okay, but I know I'm better than some of the players that I'm playing against. And there's nothing wrong with having casual games that's exclusively towards casuals. Just keep casual fighting games casual. Keep hardcore. Options for everybody, especially like in a hardcore game like Street Fighter 4 did. I don't think nothing's going to top Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4 wasn't a perfect game by any means necessary, but it was way better than Street Fighter 5. It beats it in arcade mode, it beats it in multiplayer, it beats it, well, not in netcode, not really, but that ain't the game's fault because it's on delayed netcode, so I can't really compare it with that. But you get what I mean. I just don't get why the fuck are why y'all accepting the bare minimum when we had so much better shit in the past. People really thought DNF Duel was actually going to be this great game, this great fighting game that people were going to play for like months and months and months. And I called it before the game was even released that this game was going to be a clout game and it was going to die fast. And look what happened. It even lasts barely a month. And they can barely get 100 players even with the update that they dropped, which is sad. But like I said, I just really want to get back in love with fighting games again. I just hope sometime in the future, I know it's a long shot, but I hope we get back to those glory days, because right now, in my opinion, fighting games are in their dark age. I mean, for real. I mean, you might be successful now, but think about in a couple of years what happens. The game's gonna get dumbed down again. It's going to get more dumb, and now the players that play Street Fighter 5, Guilty Gear Strive and shit like that, they're going to be complaining, going like, oh, why is this game so brain dead now? Well, it's the same reason why it happened to people like us, people like Short Fuse, etc. Y'all kept saying like, oh, make fighting games easier, make them easier. Okay, they're going to, and when they finally get easier enough for you, y'all want to get all arrogant, going like,
well, y'all just adapt, just learn the game. Learn the game for what it is, accept it for what it is.
No. If you keep accepting things for what they is, they're only going to get dumber. They're only going to get dumber. And look what what happened. If nothing tells the truth, time does. And look at DNF Duel, it died because of it. Well, it died because of several other reasons, but mainly because it was too easy. He was basically giving a monkey a loaded bazooka that's plus on block. Pretty much. But at the end of the day, I just really want to enjoy fighting games again. I just really want to do that, but I can't do that, or at least not completely, or even on more often occasions because of these issues. And I'm not trying to discourage like casual players and shit like that by any means. If you like these casual games, good for you. I don't. Not really. I mean, the only reason I even played Stride because I like Geo's design. That's basically it. But I just really do hope we get something that we can actually sink our teeth into. Something that you can actually build real identity on. And shit like that, where it's something I can feel unique. I may not be the best, but I can at least feel unique. And that's all I fucking want. Nothing more, nothing less. Just something that actually has that difficulty, that has that pleasure. That's it.
To sell what it sounds like, but we dealing with music. So what I did was I said, all right, look, I'm gonna come with the angle of it don't matter what I look like, it don't matter what the artist look like, it's more what the artist sound like. So the mask really represents the whole, like, to rebel against trying to sell the product as a human being, you know what I mean? It's more of a sound, so, and at the same time, it's something different, you know what I'm saying? And it fits with the theme of the rebel, the villain, where, to him, he don't care about the fame and all that shit. That shit is, there's no consequence, you know what I mean? It's more of the message of what's being said. So I think it helps people focus